Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you to whoever's started watching. Love you lots. Nice to have you here. So this video is a bit different to the other ones. In this video, I'm going to be speaking to you about what, like how do you know if someone's being genuine or not? So online in regards to dating and actually being a proper human being. If you don't know who I am Sandra, author of Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. I was also a speaker at the UK Asexuality Conference in London last year. So to get back to tonight's episode, how can you tell if someone is genuine or not? So I was on ace-book.net. So that is basically our website, which is like a dating site and social networking site for asexuals. So it's like ace-book.net if you want to check it out sometime. And basically there was these people talking about ASAP. Now I've talked about this app for asexuals that's available by Android and available for the iPhone. I've talked about it numerous times on this channel, and I've told you about some negative experiences I've had on there, but I've also told you about some positive ones as well. I think, although I would say lately I've told you a few more negative ones. Now, I have told you some positive. For example, I've got an asexual friend on there who's in Canada, and we message each other regularly on there. We've been friends online on other platforms before, but not really, like spoken very much. But I've known of him for a long time, so I know he's, I know he's a genuine guy, if you know what I mean. And also, I met someone through ASAP who came to one of my asexual meetups in the UK. So again, I could see that he was actually an asexual person in person. And that this particular acebook.net, or spell ace-book.net, this person in one of the forums, they were saying beware of ASAP, and they were talking about all the people on there that are not genuine. Like, he is a bloke and he's had women that he thinks are after green cards. So, I've had guys who I think are after visas. In fact, I know some of them are. They want marriage for visa, come over the UK. He's felt that some of the women on there are after green cards, so they want to come to his country. And he said that he plays along with all these people that do this. Personally, I don't play along with them for very long, right? Because it's like, I've got better things to be doing my time. I don't want to waste my precious life away. But I will go along with something for a little bit, if I think there's a chance they're genuine, to see if they are a genuine person or not. This particular person on Facebook, I found it a bit difficult because they were actually saying they thought the person who they were speaking to, this one particular case they were talking about, this person speaking to them, they said, oh, she wants to talk on Google Hangouts, which I don't understand, and she wants to talk, via email off ASAP. And he goes, I don't know why she'd want to do that. So I had to create a fake email address. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute here. You're thinking she's not genuine, yet she's giving you the opportunity to actually see you in person on camera and communicate off ASAP, which is a very secretive app, really, isn't it? I mean, unless you're on the app, no one else can see you on that. So she's offering you alternative ways to actually physically see you and communicate with you off the app, yet you're there creating a fake email? That doesn't really make sense to me. But anyway, that's the way he wants to deal with it. That's the way he thinks. That's his personal preference. That's up to him. But I don't understand why a person who's genuine would go to such lengths themselves to create a fake email account because they think someone else is fake. Surely that means that you're just being like them if you believe they're fake, right? I have to tell you, even if I meet any guys that are not genuine, I am not faking myself. I will be completely myself with them, 100%. I will not change who I am for anyone. If they want to be assholes, if they want to be rubbish, that is their bad, not my bad. I'm not changing and becoming a bad person or faker just because of them. That's their attitude, their problem. It's nothing to do with me. Okay, so how can you actually tell if someone's being genuine? Well, the way you can tell, there's several things, right? The only way you can really tell if someone's being genuine is if you meet them off that app at some point in the future, in person, obviously, then you can see if they're a genuine person or not, can't you? But the other ways are that you have to get to know them over a long period of time. And you have to work out if the people, if the person or the people, if there's a lot of, if you're talking to a lot on there, you have to work out the person that you're talking to, if they are saying stuff to just because they think it's what you want to hear, to manipulate you into doing something, or to think a certain way, and you have to see if they are, what they say they do, what they promise they keep over a long period of time, right? Sometimes you can very easily find out the fakers, right? If I say, for example, I told you the other day, I told a guy I lived in the UK, I was born here. Oh, right, I can love you, I can be your man. I'll be your man. I'll love you very much, so very much. I mean, that's bollocks, isn't he? He's just met me. I've told him I live in the UK. He wants a visa. And I said, no, I want someone in my country. And I'm not interested in marriage, but good luck with your search. He's just blatantly, trying to get a visa. And it's really interesting, this ASAP conversation, though, in this forum, because I thought it was nice to hear a guy's point of view, a guy who says he has women that are wanting green cards. I mean, there is one guy, though, in this forum who said that he has been dating someone off ASAP in person for 4 months. So he said not everyone on there is not genuine. However, she has already asked for marriage. But he said it doesn't work like that in his country. They can't get a visa to stay permanently if they get married because of the where he lives. So obviously he's suspicious that she probably wants it because of that as well. So don't think just because you don't meet someone off ASAP that means they're necessarily a genuine person. You then have to, once you've met them in person, assess if all of them's genuine, if you know what I mean. So they might be a genuine person off ASAP because you can see them. They're a real person. They're actually a person. They're not a symbol, not a fake profile, not a, not got someone else's identity. You can physically see them in person. So they're a genuine being, not just some troll or manipulation of pictures and photographs on Photoshop or whatever. But then you've got to assess how genuine are they in personality once you meet them. Like, is everything they told you, online the same as what they're saying to you in person? Or is it like a completely different story now you're with them? Do you know what I mean? And obviously there's stages in between that. You don't just want to go and meet them. And some people you can't meet, right? Some people will be at the far end of the world. You're never intending to meet them, just want an online friend. But again, it's over a period of time, and it's what they say to you, how they act towards you. Are they consistent? Or do they just fizzle out? Or do they start lying to you or start manipulating you? So, I've got some friends online. I have one entrepreneur friend, and I know she's genuine because I've known her over a long period of time, and we kind of share our secrets with each other, and she shares a lot of her private stuff with me that she does not do publicly whatsoever. Obviously, I won't say what that is, but she's quite well known in her country, and she lives abroad, and we share a lot of personal secrets that you wouldn't normally tell someone unless you really trusted them. So, if you're a genuine person and they're a genuine person, you kind of share secrets with each other that, you don't really want other people knowing, right, in general. And so you trust them. So if there's mutual trust there, they're more likely to be a genuine person, but that's built up over time. It doesn't come overnight. I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say, tonight, because I connected with someone on ASAP. Actually, I think they started talking to me. I spoke about this before. They started talking to me. And they're 22 years old, heteromantic, and they live in Morocco. Right, now I get a lot of younger foreign guys interested in me because I'm interested in them, basically. And as you probably know, if you follow this channel lately, there's been several young foreign guys that I spoke to on there. And some of them are not, they're saying stuff which is just like to tell me they think I want to hear. and they're not genuine, right? A big telltale sign is if I ask to connect with them outside the app. I mean, I even put this on ASAP in the forum. I said to this guy in the forum that I encourage people, to check people out on their social media, because I've got nothing to hide. The whole world can check me out on social media. I would want a guy to check me out before he got into a relationship with me or liked me as a potential relationship, especially as I'm prolific. I don't want him to be such a guy that he's like, oh, she does all this stuff. Now I found out I'm not interested. But I mean, obviously that's his prerogative. If he's not interested, great, but just tell me up front, But I'd rather him check me out and know what I'm about, I have nothing to hide. And it's great if they're checking me out. I don't have a problem. I'm not worried about it. And so, if they connect with me outside of ASAP on Facebook, for example, in their actual profile that they show to their family and friends, then I know they're more likely to be a genuine person. So I was quite shocked to this 22-year-old heteromantic in Morocco, because he started saying he's going to come over here for Christmas. I mean, do I really believe that? Not really. There might be 1 millimeter optimistic thread there, but I doubt it very much. And the big giveaway that I thought I liked talking to the guy, but then I started thinking this guy doesn't seem that genuine. But we'll see, because I think he's just talking bollocks. I think he's just saying I'm going to come over here and see you because he wants to be in a relationship with me. And so sometimes people online, they want relationships, long distance relationships, just because they like the feeling of being in a relationship. Well, I've told him I can't do a long distance relationship, and he's said that he agrees with that. So that's good. And so anyway, I was pleasantly surprised, because I said to him, if I do meet someone, I will not meet them without having been friends with them on Facebook first and Skyped with them, and connected on Skype. Those are the 2 requirements that I need, because I won't just meet up with someone I don't know. And so then he came on later saying, oh, sorry, I'm not replying to your messages very quickly because I'm not getting these notifications from ASAP. And I said, well, I offered to connect with you on Facebook, but it's fine. And he also said when he comes over to the UK, he's going to watch football and he'll try to see me. Do you know what I mean? A guy who is genuinely interested in you for a relationship and wants to see you will not be very interested in trying to see you. They will make a damn effort to come and see you if they're a genuine person who's genuinely interested in a relationship with, like he's basically been saying to me. So, I've told him, I said, well, the fact you said I'll try has not really filled me with much confidence. So he came back and said, oh, well, I want to watch the football first, and then, it's one of the things I do over there. I was planning to come to London and Paris, for Christmas and New Year. I mean, do I really believe that? 22 years old, really? Away from family? But he's not very religious. Well, he's not religious like that, so he doesn't celebrate Christmas anyway. Which is a bit like, well, why would you be over for Christmas in other countries if you don't celebrate Christmas? Why are you going away for Christmas? Unless they're going away for Christmas because they're not bothered about it. I don't know. But do I really believe that? At the moment, I'm not really believing it. I'd like to believe it because I like to think they're genuine. But I do think they're genuine to a certain extent because they've connected with me on Facebook. I was quite shocked. They said, oh, yeah, here you go then. Here's my Facebook. But there's loads of people by that name. So I said, well, here's my Facebook. Add me, because I can't, I don't know who you are. There's loads of people by that name. So they added me. So we're friends on Facebook now. I've been chatting by Messenger. And I'm like, oh, this guy seems quite genuine. I'm not sure he's genuine about coming over here, but he seems like he's actually a human being for once, not a symbol of ASAP. And so, I told him, remember this, I told him, and when you add me on Facebook, make sure you add me to your main profile that your parents and family can see, not your second profile. So what do I mean by this, right? Lots of foreign guys, I'm not saying it's just foreign guys, because it might be loads of different people. I just speak mostly to foreign guys, mostly interested. So this is who I'm talking about. They create at least 2 profiles, different profiles. One's for their family and friends, and one is for their secret life. The one where if they're asexual, obviously they'll put all their asexual groups in that one because they don't want their family to know they're asexual. They don't want their family to know they're connected to any asexuals. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very public about my asexuality. On my personal Facebook profile, it says about being the asexual entrepreneur. It says about I showed some art of speaking last year, and obviously I got a picture of me in my book. And so yeah, so I'm out to the world, and I know if someone's not genuinely interested in me, there's no way they will connect with me on Facebook from their real genuine profile, because they don't want people knowing about me. They want to keep me secret. And if someone wants to keep you secret, they're not being genuine in what they say with their feelings for you. If they're talking about a possible relationship with you, or that they're interested in that in the future or something, they're not being genuine, are they? Why would they be genuine? You know, in reality, you don't want someone who's going to hide behind a computer screen. You want someone who's going to be proud to be your friend and proud to be seen with you, right? Of course you do. You know, that's real life, you know, not fantasy online stuff. That's real life. You know, if you're a genuine person, you're around genuine friends, you'll want to meet each other in person, and you'll want to be connected with them online, because why wouldn't you? You care about them, you like them, you appreciate them, they're your friend. You know, this is real life, people, not fantasy online. Do you see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's always best if you can to see these people, you know, like, and talk to them on video, right? Video can so much, right? If you've got a person who's saying, I'm really interested in you, and you video chat with them and they're like, yeah, okay, well, it's really nice to see you. Yeah, yeah, it's great to see you. All right, okay, yeah, well, yeah, and they're just like moving stuff and they're looking around them at stuff, you know. It's very difficult to believe they're genuinely interested in you. Now, I know some people with autism, right? I have some friends, well, I have one friend in particular that's autistic. And when I talk to them, they do look around at other stuff, but they've got better. They're not so doing that all the time like they used to be, because I had to speak to them about it, because it was very difficult for me to talk to them, because they were busy typing on their computer, looking away from the screen all the time. And I was trying to talk to them, but they do pay me more attention now as a friend. You know, but they weren't interested in me romantically. It was always ever been a friend. So, you know, there's no there's no reason from a romantic point of view. But even if you're talking to a person as a friend, you know, you want them to be paying attention to you when you speak to them on camera. Otherwise, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? So, but you have to be aware there are a few people that are autistic, and they do like to do several things at once while chatting to you. So, you know, there are exceptions to the rule. But, you know, like, if you're thinking about being in a relationship with that type of person, and you have to see if that will fit in with you as well. But, you know, so really you have to see what they're like over a long period of time, see if they will connect with you off ASAP. For example, if you've met them through ASAP, or if it's a dating site, see if they'll connect with you off the dating site to, like, on their personal Facebook profile, because you can tell a lot, their real one. So if you can see pictures of their family, of them as a kid, of them as through the different years, then you know that they're not hiding stuff, right? I've seen a lot of profiles on Facebook, and I know it happens with a lot of asexuals, because they're hiding from their family. And I do get that, you know, in a way that they, you know, they feel that they can't be themselves, and so they're having this other life. But, you know, if you want a genuine relationship with someone in the future, you're going to have to at some point come out as who you really are. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's difficult and it is hard, you know, if you're coming out as asexual to people like family and friends that you've currently got who don't understand you, it can feel so lonely. And I understand that, but you can't, you know, like, if you want to have a genuine asexual relationship, you can't spend the next 10, 15, 20 years hiding that. At some point, you're going to have to come out about it, however difficult it may be. You deserve that for yourself, you know. It's your birthright to be who you really are. It's your birthright to be who you were born to be, regardless of what anyone thinks, you know. And I know it's hard, because you might feel like you might lose your family or friends, and all you can do is just tell them how you feel, you know, explain how you feel, and hope they come around. If they don't, they don't. But all you can do is just be yourself. You know, like, my parents don't necessarily agree with everything I do, but they're my parents, you know. They won't necessarily like everything I do, but, you know, that's life, isn't it? You know, my parents are not going to agree with everything, because they're very different people to me. They're a lot more conservative than me, a lot more reserved than me. They're a lot more, they're more passive than I am. They like the quiet life more, and I'm a high octane energy girl who's an extrovert, and they're both introverts, you know? It just kind of doesn't really go together all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like we're different, you know. Like I'm not like, if I go clubbing and I don't kiss loads of guys that come in, but sometimes occasionally I might kiss a guy, not very, you know, I'm picky, but and it's only certain guys that I like the look of and I'm attracted to and feel comfortable enough to do that around and trust them in that moment. And that from years of experience. But you know, my mum and dad look horrified when I tell them that. They think that's really wrong, and I'm like, there's people that do much worse things than that, right? But you know, to me, that's just like part of life, you know. You have to understand that people are different, your family's different, your friends are different, they're not all going to be the same as you. But if you're looking for a genuine person, you need to be able to, like, if you connect with them on their personal Facebook, if they're saying, like, don't forget, this is to do with if they're saying they want a relationship with you, they don't want a relationship with you, they're not really interested in the real offline world with you, then it's up to you if you want to be friends with like a symbol or someone who's on their other Facebook profile, the one that's away from their family and friends, you know. They're away from their family and friends, but you still have to see if they're genuine, as in, will they speak to you on camera? Will they share their secrets and things with you? Obviously, once you got to know them, you don't tell them your whole secrets like there and then. Of course, you don't do that. But will they share some things of their life with you? Will you discuss things with them? Will you get to know each other? You know, are they genuinely interested in you? Are they telling you what you want to hear or don't? I mean, see, this guy tonight, when he connected with me on Facebook, it was really nice because he's got a picture of his mum and dad on his Facebook profile, a big picture. And he's got, like I said, pictures through when different ages he is. And also we're having a nice chat about what we like in terms of hobbies and interests. And it's really good because he wasn't telling me what I wanted to hear. He's telling me he loves sport. I hate sport, to be quite honest. I said I don't like sport. I was putting it mildly, to be honest. You know, so that was really good. He wasn't telling me what he thought I wanted to hear. And he says he's more of a beach guy. I'm really a city girl. You know, so there's quite some considerable differences in match, which means we might not be romantically matched anyway because our interests are different. But he loves movies and I love movies too, but he loves TV and I don't. So, you know, but the same type of relationship, I think, teenager style relationship we both like. So, I mean, I will have to see, right? I will know if he's genuine, won't I? If he actually comes over to the UK at Christmas, New Year time, when he said he would. That's the way I tell. I mean, or in the meantime, we'll decide that it's just no go us meeting up because we're too different. And then we both decide that, you know, which could happen, you know. But he said he was going to go over to the UK anyway. And then he said to me, which I don't necessarily believe. He said UK or Paris or both. Spend some time in UK, then Paris. But then you know, I said I didn't think you had the money to come to the UK because he told me he didn't have the money. He goes, I don't have the money to come and live, but I can spend a week there. And I'm like, okay, he has got actually a very good job in his country. He like works in a bank. So, but he said the wage is a lot less than in the UK. So, and I said, well, when you said you tried to see me, but you go and see football, I said, I want a guy who actually wants to see me more than football. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but he's like, oh, while I'm over there, he's on about doing different things, which is fair enough. But he goes, oh, why would I come to the UK and not see you? But you see, I've had this before. I had a guy who I knew for quite a few years online. I actually did some coaching and mentoring with him. I spoke to him on Skype a couple of times and he came all the way to the UK, to London, really said he wanted to see me, but he wasn't prepared to come from London to where I live to see me, right? My friends will travel huge distances all across the country for just an asexual meetup with me. They're not romantically interested in me. They just like me as a good friend, right? Or close friend, like best friend. Like my friend, he comes all the way from, one of my best friends comes all the way from Hertfordshire. Like he's coming for my birthday. 3 nights he's booked into a hotel. 4 days he's spending with me. I cannot wait to see him. I haven't seen him for months. You know, I love him to bits as my friend. He's great. And we're not suitable for a romance, but he's a wonderful guy. And I'm just so happy to be seeing him. But he travels all the way from Hertfordshire, which I think is like 400 miles away. I'm not good with geography, to Exeter, where I live. I mean, it's miles away. And people who say, oh, London, you know, it's far to Exeter. I've actually done it in a day and back before. it's like about 3 to 3.5 hours on the train each way. But I've gone on a sleeper train. I've made it to the whole of London and back in one day before, and I've gone to like Shrek Adventureland somewhere else and gone back again. It's not something I usually do. I usually spend time staying over. But to be honest, my city is far cheaper than London. You know, you can get like a hotel for like 39 quid. Do you know what I mean? A decent Premier Inn right opposite the train station. Whereas like London, you're looking like you're lucky if you can get one for £75. I think they're about 90 something quid, you know, £60, and you're looking for like a low end of the marketplace in London, like a 2-star B&B or something. Do you know what I mean? So actually my city's really nice, and I live not far from the quayside, and you know, it's like if someone's coming all that way, and I've known them for years, and they can't even be bothered to come from London to Exeter to see me, especially when I tell them how to get there. Because like this guy from Morocco, right? He said to me, "Oh, I wouldn't know how to get there." So I told him exactly what he needs to do, and I think he might have been a bit shocked by that. But I actually told him because, you know, like I thought he's probably not genuine, but I'll go along with it and I'll be helpful and I'll tell him the truth, like how long it takes to get down here, what he would have to do, where he would have to go. Like he'd have to get a plane from his country to either my city, which actually has its own airport. I'll have you know. So it's not like most people in the world can't fly here. They can actually come directly to my city. They don't even have to go to another city if they don't want to, yeah? But if they're going to London, which a lot of them do first, then they would probably need to stop over in London anyway to come down to my city by train and then go back again. But you know, like you can get an advanced ticket. Like if you book in advance, you can get one for about £50. Do you know what I mean? Or 2 singles. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, for example, I've got another friend coming over who lives in India, not asexual, but I've known her for years through blogging. And she kept saying she wants to come and see me specifically. And now she's saying she wants to go to 3 other places in the UK, which is great. Good for her. Brilliant. But then she was like saying, well, yours seems really far away from London. And mine's like the place she's talking about going to from Exeter, from where I live, it's about 250 quid. Like Edinburgh is 250 quid on the train. I looked it up because the UK Asexuality conference this year is in Edinburgh, but I'm not going to be a speaker. It's far too much money for me, 250 quid. Whereas if I go to London, like I did last year on the train, it's £50. There's like 4 times the price going to Edinburgh. Do you know what I mean? And so it's really interesting because then you know if someone's genuinely like, you know, cares about you enough and loves you enough as a friend to actually go out their way to come and see you. You know, it's really important. You know, and my friends will do that for me. You know, I'm really happy now because my local asexual friends as well is meeting up with me the night before my birthday. And one of them, he has to travel on a coach for an hour and a half, you know, in the evening. And he's coming and he has some anxiety, bless him. And he's really excited about coming. He's getting a lift back with his dad. But I'm really super happy. And so I've got local asexuals coming. But when I say local, I mean an hour and a half on a bus. It's not, some people wouldn't class that as local. And I'll be with my friend. So it's going to be 6 of us having an asexual pre-birthday meet-up the night before. We're going to a Chinese restaurant. It's going to be amazing in my city. I love it. They got rice noodles back. Been there before. And then I'm going clubbing with my friend, but one of my other asexual friends that's going to be at the meetup, he's going to come for just a drink or something with us. I'll start dancing early because there's usually, that's like salsa night that night and like world music, you know, like foreign music. So I'll start like doing a bit of dancing myself when there's only like a few couples around. And then I said to my best friend that my other friend, you know, like the other guy at the meetup, can keep you company while I start dancing because I'm not afraid to dance with no one there. Whereas I think he, you know, much prefer to dance with people around. Like if there's 2 or 3 couples, I'll just go and strut my stuff on my own and won't give a toss what people think because that's what I'm like. I don't care. I don't live for other people. I live for me, right? And to enjoy myself. And then we'll be dancing to the early hours of my birthday, and then the night. The day after, it'll be into the early hours of my birthday till 2 in the morning. Then we'll have about 3 hours sleep before getting ready to go to the train station to go off to Green Theme Park all day. And then my other best friends come in there. So I'll have my 2 best friends for the theme park all day. And then we're going for a Chinese meal in Western Supermare outside my city. So we're having two evenings of Chinese meals. It's wonderful. And loads of asexuals around me. I can't wait. I love being asexual. It's the best thing ever. And, you know, and I think, you know, like that's how I know like all these people are genuine because I meet up with them in person. You know, people who are genuine will want to You know, like people who are genuine, you know, if they want to meet people and meet other asexuals, they'll go out their way to like come to meetups sometimes and things like that. You know, there are a lot of people that don't come to meetups though because they're too scared and stuff like that. But one of the ways you can tell if they're a genuine person is if you see them in person. Like I said, you need to see them in person. They need to be consistent in what they say. Their actions need to match their words. That's a huge one. If their actions do not match their words, then it's rubbish. If this guy doesn't come over to the UK and he really likes me and he keeps in touch with me and we continue getting on really well, I know he's not telling the truth, right? I know he's not a 100% genuine guy. He just made it up because he likes me and wants me to keep talking to him. But if he does come over here, like he said he does, if he does come and meet up with me, I mean, one, that would be awesome anyway. Two, I'd be in complete shock and want to fall on the floor with like actually someone's genuine because I wouldn't believe it. And three, it'd be really interesting meeting a young foreign guy who's romantically interested in me, because a lot of the time, obviously, when they're abroad, they're just telling me rubbish because they're not actually wanting to meet me in person. It's just like for their ego and because they like to be having someone interested in them. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I need someone in the UK that can stay in the UK. Do you know what I mean? I did make that clear to him. So I don't know if he'd just be coming over a week and then what would happen after that week, but I will hold fire. I mean, Christmas is like what, 8 months off? We've only just had the other Christmas. Like, even longer than that. We're only just at the beginning of April now, so I won't hold my breath on that at all. But I have to say, so far, he's a lot more genuine than other people because he's definitely connected with me on his Facebook profile. That is to do with family and friends and stuff like that. As far as I can see, I do have a friend though who's got two profiles. One he's not asexual, but one I'm friends with him on, and the other I'm not. And he posts some different stuff on them, and I think his family see a bit of both of them sometimes. So that's really interesting, isn't it? So yeah, look out for, like, do they connect with you off these kind of dating sites and stuff? Are they connecting with you and showing you more of their personal life? Are they wanting to video chat with you, voice chat with you, like so you can see them in person? When you see them in person, is what they're talking about the truth? Or I mean, are they telling you rubbish? I mean, say you're in their own home, right? And they say, I don't smoke. And then you see, for example, a packet of cigarettes on a table, unless they're their mates, which they'll probably tell you they are if they've lied, then they smoke and they're lying. Do you see what I mean? That's like a prime example. When you video chat with people are like, they're just themselves more, in general. Their mannerisms, you can see their eyes if they're genuine or if they're lying. You can see their expressions. You can see what they're really like. Like, it was interesting tonight when I talked to this guy because I thought he's quite an optimistic person, but when I was talking to him on Facebook, he seemed more negative. And he's 22, but he's a lot older than me. Like, what he talks about, it's like, oh, I don't celebrate my birthday. It's just, I'm just another year getting older. And I'm like, what? In the end, I said to him, I think I'm far younger than you because I'm having another 21st mindset birthday, people. I get younger and stay 21. It's wicked. So, what I mean? I was like, I can't be doing with that. It's like, that's negative. I'm like positive, I have actually got younger in my life. I know I have I just know I have. So I'm happy. And, my major 21st mindset birthday was in 2017, but every year I decide I'm going to stay being 21 in my mind. And I'm going to stay having my 15-year-old teenager lifestyle, which means I don't get older and I just stay this way for as long as I want to. And it is fabulous, I tell you, people, fabulous. It's amazing. And I'm so excited. So, I'm going to theme park, right? And I'm going clubbing, right? That's what teenagers do and have fun. They don't worry about other stuff. Do you know what I mean? And so it's just so cool. And I was telling him what I was doing. And he's like, oh, I don't celebrate. If I ever do, I go out to a cafe with my friends and then have a normal day. And I was like, I thought that's quite sweet. It's nice he sees his friends sometimes. But in the end, I just said, I think I'm a lot younger than you. But that's how it is for me with some guys in their early 20s. I usually track the guys, genuine guys, with the older souls, which is nice because we compliment each other. But it's like, sometimes they're too older for me. I'm like, and he watches loads of TV, like 100 shows, he said, bless his heart. Which again is good because he's telling me the truth because I don't watch TV. But I was like, oh my God. I'm I'm so much younger than you. I like to be out and about, clubbing, theme parks, upside down. Well, I'm not too keen on upside down runners, but I just like high octane energy girl, and it's like a lot of the younger guys in their early 20s, they're just too older for me because they live an older lifestyle. So yeah, it's important to know that if you find someone who's genuine, doesn't mean to say you're still going to be compatible with them if you do, right? But you still want to, you can still be friends with them. I still want to be friends with this guy. This guy does seem like he's been on Facebook. He showed me his profile. He's become friends with me on there. I have to see whether he keeps his word and comes over here, but he might change his mind. Everyone has the right to change their mind, don't they? But you know what I mean? You've just got to suss it out, yeah? If people are being, if people are like, you ask, for example, if I ask, for example, to be added or on Facebook, right? And a guy won't do it. I know that he's not being genuine with me. He does not want people knowing that I know him and that he knows me, because he's not genuine. He's not genuinely interested in me. He's just lying, right? That's what he's doing. He's lying because he doesn't want me to see the true him, right? It's like the heterosexual guy I dated for a while 2 years ago. He would not connect with me on Facebook. He's like, I don't want to do that. I don't do that with anyone, even my family, right? And I watched dating coaches and they said, well, a guy doesn't want to connect with you on Facebook. It's because he wants to be open to seeing loads of other women. That's why he doesn't do it. And don't let him give you that rubbish of otherwise. And that, it's true about asexual. If someone's genuinely interested about a relationship with you, or even wants to be like a really, really, really good best friend to you, they'll want to connect with you on Facebook, won't they? Of course they will. And it's really important that you look for the signs. Are they consistent in what they say? Do they follow through? Do they say something, mean it, do it? Do they say something, mean it, do it? Or do they just keep spinning you along, spinning you lies? Do they talk about themselves as well? Because if like you're talking about yourself all the time, this is another thing. If you're talking about yourself all the time, it feels good, doesn't it? Because people ask you lots of questions about yourself. It feels good, right? But you have to bear in mind that you don't know sweet FA about them, right? If you don't know sweet FA about them, because they're just asking stuff about you all the time, they could use that to manipulate you. They could use your own words against you because they have all the power, because they haven't given any of themselves to you, right? They've been hiding themselves. If a person's genuine, they will start sharing things about themselves. They'll either answer your questions that you've got for them about their life, what they do, and if they get touchy, angry about you asking them any questions, then again they're likely not being genuine because they've got stuff to hide. You want an open, honest, kind, caring person, right? That's what you want. I mean, obviously if it's a really personal question, you just met them, they don't have to tell you that. But if you're just asking general stuff like what's your hobbies, what's your interests, what do you like doing at weekends, like tell me more about you and the hobbies you like to do, you just want to be in each other's lives a bit get to know each other, right? But if they're holding back or not telling you stuff and keeping information, they just want to know about you all the time, they don't want to tell you anything about themselves, again, they're not really being genuine. How can you have a proper relationship or friendship with someone if they're just talking to you about you all the time and they're not revealing anything of themselves? It might be an insecurity on their part, but that's their problem. You don't need someone in your life that's so insecure that they can't tell themselves about you, because at the end of the day, it's not going to be a healthy relationship. They need to work on themselves. That's horrible to say sometimes because we all have insecurities. I'm not saying that no one ever has insecurities, right? I'm not saying it's wrong to have insecurities because we all have insecurities, right? But when someone's so insecure that they're not telling you anything about themselves, you can't actually have a relationship or friendship with them, because it's like they're shut off and there's a brick wall there. And you may as well really be talking to the mirror and just telling yourself all these facts about yourself, because that person's not interacting with you. They're not giving you anything to go by to build a relationship up. That's why a lot of online relationships die off, because unless two people continue the conversation on and off and share parts of their life with each other and what they're up to, there's no need for that conversation to continue, is there? There's nothing for it. You may as well just talk to a brick wall, because unless a person gives to you and you give to them, if one person's just giving, the other person's taking, I mean, that means they're going away from you. You're like that, you know what I mean? And then you're just going to get bored and go off. And that's why relationships don't work. If you're thinking, oh, why does all my friendships end online? Why does all my relationships ever end online? If you're polyamorous, for example, or potential relationships, if you're not revealing parts of yourself to that person and all you're doing is asking questions about them and they're just talking about themselves nonstop, yes, people love to talk about themselves. It's good to ask questions about them. It's good to get them talking about themselves. It makes them feel special, important, valued, right? But you equally have to be sharing some of your world with them, because how can they feel a part of it if you're not? They can't feel a part of it. They'll end up just thinking I'm talking about myself all the time. That's why I end up thinking, I'm like, hang on a minute. Okay, this is great, me talking about myself. I really love the fact you're interested in me. But like, it's like, I've got another guy on ASAP, right? In the UK, this one is, but he's a symbol. I don't even know what he looks like. Bear in mind, symbols I'm not too keen on. And he's actually put in his profile, and being honest, he doesn't know where he fits on the asexual spectrum. So he could, be sexual, not asexual. He likes smoking and drinking. I don't want to smoke or drink or either way. He said occasionally smoke it to me, but he's asking me about myself. He started to be more interested, having a nice conversation. But my last, question was like, what do you like to do outside of work at weekends? But it might just be he's gone to sleep, because I tend to stay up later in the UK. Or, so I'm waiting for him to get back to me. But if he keeps asking me questions about myself but never reveals anything about himself, then I know that that's not going to go anywhere. I'll just get bored. I'll be like, right, I may as well talk to myself then. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I want active, a relationship's two-way. It's like I don't know, it's like people have described it as a dance, any type of relationship or friendship, it's like a dance. It's like, you say, hi, how are you talk, like that person might talk a lot of time about their life, what's going on in there at the moment, and then it might be, like, you can get, it should balance itself out. I like the color of the background and the colors look good on your face. Oh, thank you. I can't help the colors of my face. Oh, it's nice to see you. I haven't seen you on this channel for ages. It's really nice to see you. Yeah, I kind of look red on this because of my camera on my iMac, but there's nothing I can do about that because it's just is. And I think it's reflecting all the pinks and different colours on my, like different reddy colours all over my bed linen. I think it kind of reflects as well on the screen, with the camera and everything. But yeah, I can't help looking red. But hey, it looks like I'm nice and warm. But yeah, so I think it's just important to make sure that you look for these signs that I've mentioned about, are they consistent, do they follow through, do they genuinely want to hear about you but they're willing to share parts of their life with you as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, people, as well. It's really important for me to know if you like it or not. It's really important. And so, just make sure they're sharing parts of their life. Like I was talking about, like some dating coaches, which I do agree with, like any type of relationships, like a bit like a dance. And there might be sometimes when that person is talking, oh, thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate that. It might be that sometimes this person really needs to talk. Like me and my best friend haven't seen each other for a while. My female best friend, who's not asexual, right? We haven't seen each other for a couple of months. This weekend, thank you for the thumbs up. This Friday and Saturday, my best friend, my female best friend, has paid for me to stay in a 4-star hotel in her town. Like, how good a friend is that? It's like my early birthday present, because we're like, our birthdays are 12 days apart, but she's like a lot older than me in birth certificate age, but she acts, she looks really much younger. She's 50 years old this Friday. It's her big, huge 50th. I'm younger than that. And so I'm really pleased to be part of it. I'll be there with her. I'm getting there early on Friday, and Saturday we're gonna, be all day together as well. But Friday she's got a massive party band and everything's going on. And I can tell she genuinely loves me, because she'll go out the way to spend time with me. She'll travel. Like sometimes she's been a full day. Well, like I say a full day, she started early and then we'll finish at 4, and then she's come and seen me in my city, and she had 2 or 3 methods of transport to get to me, And so this again is a genuine person. And when we're talking, like we haven't seen each other for ages, there'll be moments when we're talking that she'll need a lot of time to talk about her and what's going on in her life, and things that are affecting her, and hard times she's had and good times she's had, and what's, like obviously on her birthday she'll probably be all happy and talking about stuff, but I'm there to assist her. Like I'm blowing up balloons for hours. Like she says she's not good at blowing balloons up. I was told in science class when I was a kid that I had good lung capacity. We had this machine we had to blow into. So I'm good at blowing balloons. So I'll probably be spending 2 hours blowing balloons, which might make me a bit dizzy, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I'll be there by her side, all the time. And, because we're really close. And I'm just going to love it. But I'm trying to explain using this example that relationships and even friendships like a beautiful dance, because like sometimes she'll need to talk a lot more about herself, the problems that go in her life, things that are happening, or on her birthday, obviously things that she's excited about, what's happening, the day's events. You know, she's got massive events planned, she's paying for it herself. It's amazing. She saved up a lot of money to just splash out, and she's given us the night of our lives. You know, all her guests, I think she's got nearly up to 200 people invited, so it's going to be massive. She's got this band on, she's got other entertainment going on. It's going to be incredible, right? And so I'm so fortunate and blessed that I'm part of that, you know. But like, you have to understand that there's people that, you know, when you have friendships or relationships, there's times when that person will need to talk more about themselves, you'll need to talk more about yourself. But this is genuine friendships and genuine relationships. People who are not genuinely liking you, getting on with you, caring about you, wanting you in their life, they will not reveal so much of themselves. They won't talk to you as much because, you know, either you don't get on, you're not really suited, or, you know, they don't really care about you or love you that much for who you are, you know. And it's, you know, and they're just like not wanting to reveal parts of themselves. It's like they don't want you to share their life with them. Well, yeah, that's fine sometimes in an online, like, let's just Facebook friend, you know, like, let's just Facebook friend each other environment. But if you want to have close friends and people who say they genuinely are interested in a relationship with you, you want it to be a two-way process. You want the person who's genuinely interested in a relationship with you, if they're genuine, to be talking about themselves and saying, you know, what they're like, you know, like what their hobbies are, interests, and sharing parts of their life, like saying, hey, you know, I'm going down to the arcade with my friends today. Oh, I'm going to the cinema, we're seeing this film. Like, one of my friends on ASAP from Canada, he usually said to me, like, he doesn't really say too much about himself because he, you know, as much as other people, he's introverted, but he does the same thing most weekends. But if I say to him, how's your weekend, he'll tell me. He'll go, oh yeah, I did the laundry, I did this, did that. He does a lot of housework, so it's kind of like what he calls boring stuff. But, you know, if it's been to a movie, he'll say, yeah, I checked out this movie, you know, it's really good. He told me to go and see Captain Marvel, for example. So he'll share bits of his life with me. And, you know, there's no there's no hostility there. If I ask him something, he's not like, oh, well, I don't want to tell you that, or anything like that. He genuinely will be open and honest and have a nice, decent conversation. It'll be two-way. So I always look for that as well. Don't just look for the person to ask you questions about yourself all the time. Look for the fact they want to share their life with you and talk about themselves as well. It's really important. Anyway, I hope you found this episode useful, helpful, insightful in some way. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Heather, so much for the compliment about the colour. It means a lot, especially as I have to do all my live streams now from my iMac until I reach 1,000 followers. So please, if you've got more people or have multiple YouTube channel profiles, please subscribe to this channel from all those profiles. It really helps me. And yeah, until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. I really loved to see you today, really love to have you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you've got some value out of this. Hopefully it's been helpful and you can have some like aha moments, like, oh yeah, there was people who talked to me and all they did is ask me questions and that was it, and then they vanished. Yeah, probably not really genuinely interested in you. So yeah, hopefully it's giving you some of those aha moments. Anyway, lots of love, take care, really lovely to see you. I'll see you on the next video or live stream. Don't forget to subscribe already if you haven't. So subscribe if you haven't already down below. Hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like that or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I think there's a little bit of a lag. There is mine. So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Thanks, Heather. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in. Really love you lots. Take care. Really nice to see you. Bye.